Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy, and I'm here. I got my man Viv in the video chat. The Knicks, on the second night of a back-to-back, play the Golden State Warriors. Who made up this schedule? It's crazy. Let's go. Knicks family, what's poppin', man? I'm chilling. I hope you're chilling. Hope you had a good day today. The Knicks take on the Warriors in Golden State. And let me tell you, man, who like I said, who made up this schedule? Right? Who made up this schedule? Because I mean, you know, the Knicks schedule, I guess because the Knicks are so bad, that's what really makes the schedule look so brutal. Every time I look at the schedule, I'm like, geez, why do we play all these people? Because our schedule just, just seems like we always got a brutal schedule. But anyway, we play the Warriors, and, tonight doesn't look promising for the New York Knicks, but they've surprised us. I will say that they have surprised us in the past and pulled out some wins or played teams tight. Teams that we didn't expect that they would play tight. So who knows what happens with the New York Knicks tonight? I doubt we get a win, but we'll save that for later. I got my man Viv in the chat. We got somebody else up in the chat. Let's see who we got up in here. Anyway, we're gonna bring the video on over and get to talk and see what guys think. Viv, what's going on with you, man?
Not much, Sim. It's been a couple long nights with this West Coast trips, though.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's coming to an end, so we can come back to a regular game schedule where, this time will be the post game rather than pregame, right?
Tell me about it. Yeah. Man. It's tough, even though I'm a night owl. I'm a late night guy. You know what I'm saying? I stay up late at night. Anyway, I'm usually up till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. The late games still get me, man, because I end up, doing this later than I expect to do it. And see, the reason why I'm usually up to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning is because I like to have a moment to kind of decompress and debrief at the end of the night instead of just going straight to sleep. A lot of people jump into bed and just bam, crash and go straight to sleep. I can't do that. I got to have a little bit of time to decompress. Right. And so then I end up laying in the bed watching a movie or something, and I'm up till 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, that's just how it is, man. That's how it goes.
That's how it is, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Nate, what's going on with you, man? How you feeling? Happy New Year to you. I haven't seen you since before the New Year, so Happy New Year to you.
You too, man. You too. Yeah, man. You're speaking my language, man. I decompress all the time before I go to bed. So, hey, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I thought something was wrong with me.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
No, man. I'm doing good, man. Kind of anxious to see how we play against the Warriors tonight, but I'm a little worried because Frank Ntilikina I don't think is playing. So,
yeah, nah, Ntilikina's not playing. Ntilikina's out. We don't know how long he's out for, but he's out. Now he's not playing tonight. Let me tell you, we're gonna take a look at the starting lineups, but looking at those lineups, man, there's nothing pretty. Nothing pretty for the Knicks. I don't even have a matchup, a key matchup, because looking at the lineups, I'm like,
Knox and Draymond.
I don't know if there is a key matchup.
That's gonna be a bad matchup, though.
I don't know if there is a key matchup. Ron Cleveland, man, what's popping with you, man? Haven't seen you since the New Year, so Happy New Year to you.
I appreciate that, man. Man. Woo, where do I begin?
Where do you begin? I don't know.
It's rough, man. It's rough. This game tonight, I don't know no key matchups, man. Only thing I look for to see, man, really is them young dogs play with some heart. I want to see Kevin Knox continue to progress. I saw a little article that Kevin Durant, what he was saying about Kevin Knox and how long both of them guys been following each other, and even Trier. That's what I'm really looking forward to tonight. And Moutier, I want to see him put some pressure on Steph. That's what I really want to see, because he definitely got the size advantage so far as the strength. So he should be able to body Steph up and put him in the post. If you can't beat him off the dribble, you can at least bang him and make him start reaching and make him get in foul trouble. Okay. That's all you can hope for.
Okay.
I might be asking a lot.
Too much. Steph ain't weighing as much as Moutier, man. Moutier can back him down.
He's not weight. It's just the pure, just like shifting and quickness. He's just gonna.
And you know what?
That's what you gotta hope to get him in foul trouble.
And you know what, Ron? I mean, that sounds like a game plan. And for the Knicks right now, I'm not sure we're doing too much game planning, to be honest with you. So I don't know.
And Sam, I heard y'all guys the other night, man. I didn't get on, but I heard y'all said exactly what I said, man. The reason why we're struggling and we're gonna continue to struggle is we got a lot of guys that's trying to, secure deals. So playing together as a team, they don't see that aspect. When in all reality, if they play together as a team, all of them could have ended up sticking here if we would have played, better and had a better record and possibly be in the playoff. But them guys is selfish right now and thinking about their own future. So all that passing the ball, they ain't thinking about that. And that's normally the case when you got guys on these one-year rentals.
Yeah. Guillermo, what do you think, man?
I definitely don't think we're going to win tonight. It is what it is. But I will say one thing I was impressed with yesterday, especially in the first half, closing out defense and switching back. There's a lot more energy. I don't know if it's sustained, or I don't know if something clicked, or maybe it's just a one-game thing. But that's probably the best. I won't say it's the best defense, because I can't remember all games, but that was definitely something discernible where it was like, oh, this is something different. So if they can do it tonight, look, if you lose to the Warriors by 10, like they lost to the Blazers by 10, the Warriors start to kind of bully them with that big white dude. I can't remember his name.
Nurkic.
Not just Nurkic. It was the other guy. He looks young. He kind of has like a beard.
Collins.
It was one of those. It was a tall white dude. He kind of bullied us. I mean, it is what it is. We have a weak front court. So, but look, if our guards can upset Clay and Curry and give them some trouble and disrupt those guys, man. Hey, I'll take it as progress. If we close out like we did on defense, if we play hard on defense and we still lose, I see this as progress.
I feel you on that, Guillermo.
Anything less than 15 points loss, I'll be good.
Okay.
Because Sam, think about this, right? Like if the only guy that you hope scores really well that you say his progress will be Knox, right? Because he's one of the younger guys. Yeah, Dotson, maybe Moutier, whatever. But if this team can get a defensive identity and we can start seeing guys sell out on defense and play the passing lanes a little bit smarter, knowing that when they're going to pass out to the guy in the threes, things like that, and you start seeing that for a few more games, then it's like, all right, now you start to see something that Fizzle's trying to implement with these guys. So if they do that tonight, man, I'll be more than happy.
All right. Let's take a look at the team comparison real quick. And look, man, let me tell you something. The Golden State Warriors. I mean, let's just look at the team comparison. And obviously, the Golden State Warriors, they're not playing up to snuff this season. Right, but the Knicks are 10-30. The Knicks average 107.7 points per game. The Golden State Warriors at 26-14 average 116.6 points per game. I don't know how we're going to keep up with them scoring wise. I don't think we can. Field goal percentage. The Knicks shoot 43.1%. The Warriors so far this season 48.4% from the field. They shoot. Right.
Yeah.
They shoot 6 percentage point higher.
Yeah, exactly. They shoot 38.4% from the three-point line, while the Knicks are shooting 34.6%. Now, let's get this. Here is such a huge key for me. Right here, okay? The Knicks average 19.9 assists per game on 13.8 turnovers, right? One of the things that, we always say is the Knicks average low turnovers because they're not passing the ball as much. The Warriors average 28.1 assists per game, and their turnover numbers are still low at 14.7 turnovers per game. I mean, that's
2-1.
That's 2-1. Right. That's 2-1 right there.
Our turnover ratio.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The Golden State Warriors have a great assist to turnover ratio. They assist, they pass, and they don't turn over the basketball. That's just straight up efficient offense. And hopefully that's something that we can one day in the future we can get to that. Have that kind of offense.
Hey, Sim.
Yeah.
On their defense. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you're going to get to defensive ranking. I will say one weak spot, even though it's not necessarily weak. I think they're ranked 13th in defense, which is like the highest they've had for like the past 4 or 5 years, whenever they started, the ascension. So, I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was just going to say that's one point that we can, I don't say exploit because we're not going to win, but that's one place we could focus on.
Right.
Yeah. One thing with Draymond too, he's been turning over the ball a lot, and I think it's because the whole thing with him and KD. So I wish we had somebody dirty to kind of like talk trash and get in both their heads, because that might.
Now, sadly, it'll probably be Cantor the way it is.
Vonleh.
Vonleh doesn't talk trash, so he tuned in.
Yeah. If it would be anyone, it would probably be Cantor. If anyone, I would say. Yeah, but you're right. The Golden State Warriors, their defensive rating is 109.3 right now.
They're just not trying that much.
And it's lower than usual, much lower than usual. And, you could be right about that too, Viv. Maybe they just haven't put their foot on the gas yet. The Knicks defensive rating is 29th in the league at 113.2.
Because it's not like their defensive rating is probably bad, but it's bad against like teams like Houston. Or they're facing higher octane juggernauts. We're not a high octane juggernaut, so unless we can, I don't know if we're able to capitalize off some of their weak spots.
Right. That's the thing. I don't know if as a team we have the basketball IQ to even capitalize off of a team's weak spots.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sam,
I don't know.
For tonight,
what'd you say?
I just thought of what we can hope for tonight. Every now and then you have a team that just get hot and everybody's hitting. That's what we can hope for tonight. If we got a game tonight where everything is just falling, we got at least five players in double figures, we got a chance.
Right.
That's what we got to hope for, because every now and then you run up on a team, and I don't care, you can throw records out the window. It'd be a night where they can't miss.
Every once in a while.
You can do.
Yeah.
Maybe tonight might be the night.
Let's hope so. Let's hope that's tonight's one of these nights where everybody's hitting.
Yeah, I hope. I mean, if that's the thing, I'll be proud. I'll be happy for that.
Right. The Knicks average 45.3 rebounds per game. The Golden State Warriors 46. The Warriors average 7.3 steals per game, 6.2 blocks, and the Knicks average 7.1 steals and 4.5 blocks per game, not 4.65 blocks per game. Looking at if we take a look at the starting lineups for the teams, and this right here, this is where, let me tell you, I mean, when I look at these starting lineups, it just looks bad. It really does.
MDK murdered them.
It just looks bad. I mean, there's not a matchup here that I can see the Knicks winning, which is the reason why I don't really have a key matchup. You got Emmanuel Mudiay versus Steph Curry, Tim Hardaway Jr. versus Klay Thompson, Kevin Knox versus Kevin Durant at the 3, Noah Vonleh versus Draymond Green. You got 4 All-Stars right there. And with the Knicks, you have 3 castaways and a rookie. In just those 4 players, Emmanuel Mudiay, a castaway, trying to reclaim his career. Tim Hardaway Jr., I guess maybe he's not a castaway. I'm not sure exactly what this. He's an overrated, high-profile player. Let's say that.
He's a 6-man,
Right.
7-man playing starter.
Overrated. He is what he is.
Hey, Sam, I got a matchup for you.
All right.
I would say this. If we have movement on the perimeter, right, to get some of our three-point shooters open on movement, one thing about Steph Curry that especially if he's not shooting well, is that he's not a very physical guy, right? He likes to go for steals. He can go for steals. And I'm not saying Mudiay can do this, but if Mudiay can drive on him and bully him to the point that guys are committing on him and they can start pass out to perimeter, I'm not saying we're going to win, but that's very effective because Curry does get he's not strong, and you can play bully ball on him.
Yeah.
And another thing that you kill two birds with one stone, right? You can score on him, one thing, and a lot of times what the Warriors like to do, they kill you, speed kills, right? Speed and wearing you out. The thing that a lot of teams try to do in the Golden State Warriors is that they try to run with them versus slow the game down, play the half court set, draw fouls, and pass an open guy for high percentage shots. And I think if the Knicks can do, I'm not saying we're going to win, but if we can have Moutier implement a plan where it's bully ball on Curry and make these guys commit double teams and pass it open guys, you can get a lot of easier shots that way.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's probably a good idea.
And I've seen the game. I've seen it, especially I always go back to that Pelican games last year. Obviously, we don't have the front court, but I seen it last year where Cousins and AD, where literally the game plan was play a half-court game, slow the game to a plodding halt, and so now every other point that they have to score, it's like, oh, we have to play catch-up. It's no longer going and having 20-point leads into the third quarter and kind of coast for the rest of the game. And even the Knicks played a control game last game up until late in the third quarter until we left Campton too long and kind of messed up the flow of the game.
Yeah. Okay, and you know what, Ron, wasn't you saying that earlier? Put Moutier in the post on Curry. Make it physical. Make it physical.
Moutier don't like contact.
Have we seen Moutier play in the post a lot? Like I feel like I can only probably count with my fingers the amount of.
Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 times a game, if that. But the thing is too, and Guillermo, to your point, the reason why you got to play Steph Curry like that, Golden State's whole offense is about spacing, and they get the most spacing when Steph Curry is on that floor. So if you can get him out of the game because he's in foul trouble, there goes their spacing.
Yeah.
Well, I think the one thing, if you remember from the first game, is when Frank guarded Steph, he kind of made it like hard for him to get a lot of buckets. Now, it's gonna be it's gonna be tougher for Moutier to try to do that because he doesn't have he's tall, but he doesn't have the defensive awareness in that way. But I mean, if you could try to make it a little bit harder for him to just move around, that's key. But again, the problem with Curry is that Curry is so dangerous off the ball, and we get killed on off the ball defense all the time.
So would you switch? Would you have rather Dotson? Because I know this sounds crazy, but I don't think Clay is actually struggling shooting wise. Would you rather have Moutier on Clay and then have Dotson on Curry? Because Dotson, yes, he's not Frank, but he's a way better defender than Moutier. Yeah. And I might. This sounds crazy. I would take my chances with Clay right now until he finds a shot, and then maybe
See, I think you're gonna have Dot. You're probably gonna have Dot on someone because the way they stagger their lineups. I think Clay usually ends up starting the second and fourth quarters anyway. So. Like Dot's gonna have a significant. He's gonna probably end up guarding one of those guys.
Well, one thing, the big man tonight, he better not guard Draymond if he's out on a 3. Let him shoot. He has messed up mentally. First of all, he's never been a great 3-point shooter, but he's shooting like.
You know what I would do is I would put Cornet on him.
Yeah, but Cornet got to stay back, and you know what they like to do? They like it so that when Clay or Curry run out around the perimeter off the picks for the 3, that big man needs to be there to kind of disrupt this. So it's like either he goes all one way or he makes an errant pass or doesn't have that clean crisp pass.
Who's their starting center? I forget who's starting for center right now.
It's not Bell, right?
Is it Bell?
I think Kevin Looney right now. I think
Kevin Looney, not Bell.
I think it's Kevin Looney.
So what I would if I were them, right? Like I would put Cornet on Green. I would just have him just like stay on the perimeter and just like let Green do whatever. Let dare Green to shoot threes, and then and then flip Vonleh.
Yes.
Sorry?
No, I'm sorry. I'm agreeing with you. My bad.
Well, let's see. I mean,
Vonleh is our MVP, man. I love that dude.
I would then put Vonleh as a 3. I would dare Vonleh to guard Durant.
I love Vonleh.
Okay.
Vonleh got that dog in him.
And then I would put Knox somewhere away. I would then.
That's tough. Durant is such a matchup night because you don't want Vonleh to get in foul trouble because we don't have Mitch.
I feel like what's going to happen is that once Knox is on Durant, I think Durant's just going to try to go ISO on him all the time.
And that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. If you have Knox guarding Durant, I mean,
foul trouble.
I mean, foul trouble. But a veteran like KD A rookie like Knox, although, maybe he's looking at him, maybe Knox is looking at him, and David Fisdale is looking to say, maybe this is you in the future, or you play like him in the future. But KD he might destroy him.
Barbecue chicken.
You know what I'm saying? He might destroy him.
Fry him
and it's not anything against Knox that Knox doesn't have the ability. It's just KD's, KD's 30, 31 years old. Kevin Knox is a 19-year-old vet. He's a savvy offensive scorer. He can do anything he wants on the floor. That could be trouble for Kevin Knox, where someone like Noah Vonleh, is going to have a little bit more experience already going up against KD on multiple occasions.
And he's going to beat him up, too. He's going to put that weight on KP.
Yeah, and Durant can go on the post, too. So he's going to do whatever he has.
So
the key, again, for all these guys is going to be, they have to limit their mistakes off the ball. Their problem is not really on the ball defense. Their problem is off the ball defense. They get killed on off the ball ball like crazy.
And I think it was Jeremo said that made the point about not trying to run with them guys. One of you guys said it. That's
Jeremo.
Yeah, the game. You gotta slow it down.
That's key.
You gotta slow it down.
That's key.
You can slow it down, but you have to be able to make shots if you slow it down.
And don't go up there chucking shots just because you feel like you need to take a three. Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, and it's key, fellas. Right now, the Golden State Warriors, they're fourth in the league in fast break points. Fourth in the league in fast break points. So the way that you slow that down, one, like you were saying, and here, a couple of keys to the game. We really got to play team. I mean, you got to slow them down. We got to find a way to slow them down. One, we got to play team defense, right? Play together as a team. Help each other. Now we got to be careful because too much help side will lead to open threes. Yeah,
you can't help too much. So you gotta communicate.
We gotta leave Kano on the bench.
Now here's one thing.
Leave him on the bench.
Here is, your Cantor. Yeah, he's definitely gonna have a hard time playing against the Golden State Warriors. But Cantor is also our best offensive rebounder, and one of the ways to keep the Warriors from running in transition is to rebound the ball offensively.
Because we don't hit a lot of shots, so we need an offensive rebounder.
So that's kind of that's tough. But also, then what can Cantor do? What can Cantor do on the defensive side of the ball? That can be a problem there. But you may need him for offensive rebounds.
Yeah. But
I'm sorry. Put like this, Sam. They don't have their front court. This is the only blessing we have tonight. Outside of KD, who can play as a big man sometimes, they don't have a big man. Like we've gone through a gamut of some just talented big men for the past few games.
Right.
Thank God. I mean, look, yes, Looney can play the pick and roll, but he's not a refined player, right? So we don't have a guy who's gonna abuse us from the foul line. We've had some point guards who centers who've abused us from the foul line, guys that come around him, stuff like that. And we don't have a guy, say, pick and roll, who an AD or Nurkic, Jokic, whatever these guys' names are.
Right.
They're killers. So Cantor, I think he better be aware tonight. Like, there's no excuse for Looney, whatever his name is, to have more than 15. I don't want to say 12 points unless it's garbage put back ins or
but so what they're going to counter is they're going to take out. They don't play Looney a lot. So he's just probably going to start, and the moment Cantor comes in, they're going to go to the death lineup, where they're going to have someone small.
Okay, but then if he's on Draymond, then he needs to learn how to. He needs to.
It may not be Draymond though. It might be like they might put Jordan Bell, or they might put they may just go super small. I don't even know who's going to be on the lineup though. But
those guys aren't good shooters, and those guys don't have. They're not going to kill you with an array of, hook shots and, mid-range shots. So he better be aware to be like, all right, I know their game. I can give them some space. Obviously, don't let them drive, but they better not get easy passes off to Kirk, because I know what they're going to do tonight. I don't know if they still run the elevator play, but they're going to send so many screens that it's going to take one of these big men to be aware and use their length to kind of disrupt at least the vision of pass, so things can kind of reset. The guys can get back to their guys, things like that nature. Because Klay Thompson and Curry,
they're going to be cut back door all night.
They move so much. They move on the floor. It's ridiculous. Like, it's just screen after screen after screen. They You got.
But what happened yesterday? Yesterday in that first half, the Knicks played some energetic defense I haven't seen, where they were closing out. Big men were helping out, peeking, getting back to the man while the other guy was recovering. So,
but remember, so Dame and CJ don't move like they don't have that type of game in them. They're a lot of ISO pick and rolls.
So let me ask you, how much were the back to back? And just real quick. What I had down as keys to the game, and you guys kind of went over everything. The only thing I think you didn't say is to play efficient basketball and play hard all 4 quarters. But the efficient basketball, one like Guillermo said, to really slow it down. Really slow down the game almost to a grinding halt, and that may be the way to do it. Just slow them down. Just try to slow them down. And listen, that's another place though where Cantor can come into play. If you're going to slow the game down to a grinding halt, then you're probably trying to score somewhere in the post, right?
In the post, yeah.
And instead of having these long threes and long jumpers or long twos, you try to score that ball in the post the same way like you're saying to do Moutier and Curry. That way, you slow it down, you move it, dump it into the post and try to score close to the basket so you don't have these long rebounds where they can get out and run. That may be the best way to play offense today. Then of course we got to play hard all 4 quarters and this way we can just play hard all 4 quarters. We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see how we what we do tonight. Game is about to start, so Viv, why don't you let me know how do you think the back-to-back is going to impact the Knicks, and give me your prediction.
I mean, it's just going to be one of those games where they just, they're going to have a rough quarter, maybe 2 quarters. I don't know. They're going to probably give up 40 in one of these quarters. I'm surprised they didn't do it yesterday, but they'll probably give up 40. Yeah. I don't know which quarter though. I mean, it could be the first, it could be the third. It could be, I don't know which one.
Yeah, so, that's probably the way that it'll go. We'll play good, and then we'll have one of these quarters where we let them explode. Yeah. Guillermo, what do you think?
Big time loss, but if they could show some defensive tenacity at least for 3 quarters, I'll take it as some type of progress. But yeah, we're gonna get killed. Hey, Fizzo could take this as a lesson in terms of moving his guards around to get open shots. He needs to take some notes. So
okay. And Ron, what do you think, Ron?
Man, I'm gonna be the optimistic one in the room, man. I'm picking an upset tonight, man. I think they're gonna take us lightly. I think we're gonna pull it off. They're not playing great as a team. That's what I look for tonight. I think they're gonna come to play. We always tend to play hard against the better teams and teams we should be beating. We just look atrocious.
All right.
Honestly, we were close to an upset the first time around. And then,
we sure was.
Okay. All right. Well, check this out, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and let you get to the game. I'm gonna be back at halftime. All right. And we could talk about whatever's going on then. All right. So I'm gonna let you guys go, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the game. Catch me back at halftime. Peace.
Yeah, hey, Guillermo.
What's up, bro?
Man, hey, I was holding my tongue, and I'm saving it for after.